gotta keep going. I've got a lot of time to get set up here. Hold on a second. All right, you're good now. I won't make you do it no more. Well, how y'all doing? Good to hear. Good to hear. Well, it's been a long, it's been a long couple days for me. We've been in, I want to say, like probably 15 different cities now, in a couple different states. Yeah, it's been a lot of road tripping, but I'm glad to be here tonight with you all. It's a beautiful crowd. Let me see. So, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Noah Schnacky, and I'm from Minnesota. Hey, we just connected on a deeper level tonight. I'm from Minnesota, and music runs deep. I was telling them before you guys even got here, my grandpa was in a rock band, and then my dad picked up music, kind of passed it down in the family. My dad was heavily involved in country and loved that, and so I was always traveling growing up, and country music was always what we were playing in the car. So usually the car looked like me and my dad playing country songs at the top of our lungs, and that was that. And so I can remember being a little kid even, and my dad would come in my room. I don't know why he kept guitars in my room, because I didn't play guitar when I was that young. I was probably 10 years old, but I think he didn't want to clutter his own room. So he'd put the guitars in my room, and he'd go in there, and I didn't have an alarm clock as a little kid. So I had a dad who would come in my room, grab a guitar off the wall, and he'd break out a little Kenny Chesney song, and like I put my head underneath my pillow, and at first it just sounded like an alarm clock, man. And I wanted it to stop, but he never did. And so I'd sit underneath that pillow, and I listen, and I'd start to hear the stories that he was talking about. You know, what dreams like a river, ever changing as it flows. And like I was like, where is this going? What's he talking about? And it was the first time I could ever remember connecting with the story of a song. And so I took that with me. And when I was 13 years old, I started going up and down to Nashville from where we were based at that time, Orlando. It's about a 10-hour drive, up and down as much as I could to write my own original music. And thankfully, I'm not playing any of those songs for y'all today, because those ones were bad. I remember my first song was called Selena, and it was about Selena Gomez. Yeah, that's right. And it was just a train wreck. It was so funny, man. It was a fun time. And I remember when I was 17 years old, that was the first time in my life I really had to make a real decision whether or not I was going to chase this music thing for real. It was either go the traditional route, truly go for the like education and get a communications degree was my plan, or I could go for music and really go for it. And so I decided to go for music. So I took the next couple years, and I did anything in my power I could to make that dream into a reality. And so for me, what that looked like as like a little 17-year-old kid, I made these cards that said, "You're amazing, we should talk," and had my like social media on them. And I'd go to like events. I would find out when Staples is having like a deal, and I'd go get these cards by like the thousands. And I'd go to events, and I would pass them out to every person I could possibly pass them out to. And I'd play any gig I could back then for anybody who was willing to listen to my music. And people were always really important to me. So on social media, alongside all this, I was always posting covers, and I usually posted my grandma's living room. I'm sure, God bless her soul, I'd play the same 15 seconds of a song for 4 hours before I felt like it was good enough to post it. And the people who would respond to me on social media were always really important to me, because it was so inspiring that they would take a second out of their day and listen. So I wanted to take a second out of my day and respond. And so I did that. And I continued to do that until we were about 500,000 followers. A couple years later, and at about 500,000 followers, I realized something really important. I was a singer, so I needed songs. You know, like I had 500,000 people waiting for me to release my first song. And it was that moment that I realized I probably need to release a song. And so we released Hello Beautiful, my first independent release, and what ended up happening next blew me away. Those people that I had been doing life with for those years on social media turned around and took my song from 0 to 1 million streams in 8 days, with no playlisting, no campaign or PR behind it, just good people. And now we sit with 2 independent releases, and that's all we have out is 75 million streams. And we're only a couple years later. I released my first song when I was 21. on my 21st birthday, and I'm 22 now. And a lot's changed since then. So this is that first song, Hello Beautiful. And what's cool about it is it goes right back to my roots. It's not a manufactured song that somebody gave me that we tried to make into a hit. It's a real story. And it's a true story to me. And so that's this song, Hello Beautiful. I hope you guys enjoy it. I was 18 when we first met. Couldn't believe how you took my breath in your sweatshirt, your Converse. You didn't even know you were rocking my world. Sitting in line trying to get a coffee. Standing lost, you turned around and caught me. I laughed and you smiled, and we took a chance instead for a while. I never saw it coming, but I had to say something. Hello, beautiful. I've never seen you before. Do you live around here? What's your name? Beautiful. The way you looked at me, girl, it took my breath away. And I had to introduce myself. Oh, I had to say, hello, beautiful, beautiful. Hello, beautiful, beautiful. Well, I got your name and I got your number. We sat for hours talking to each other. But one night wasn't enough. We were all in, falling in love. I tried to see you, but your daddy wouldn't let me know. He told you should just forget me. But what we had was something so real, and he didn't know the way we feel. Well, so I met you in the dark. Underneath the stars. Well, hello, beautiful. It's good to see you again. I'm glad you found your way down to this riverbed. Well, no, we don't have long, but I'll take what I can get. Every moment spent with you is worth the consequence. Hello, beautiful, beautiful. Hello, beautiful, beautiful. And I remember when you called me, something in your voice had changed. You told me you were moving with your dad to another state. And I'm still waiting by this riverbed. Yeah, I come here every day, just waiting for that moment when you find your way back to me. And I'll say, hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. Thank you all so much.